Nice colors.
Thank
No,
you.
Right. Yeah.
Thank And Kelly, nice to meet you last night. And Amadeus, I was trying to meet you at PassionCon, but I know it was like very hard with all of the women trying to meet you. But
Yeah.
congratulations on
Marion and
Yes, yes. I'm so excited for audiences to see this, especially at the premiere tonight. I read the novel. It's exact. You guys are the perfect Caroline and Simon. So congratulations, honestly, first of all.
thank you so much.
Yes, Kelly, I have to know, how many times did you have to slap Amadeus?
Okay, I was like,
Voluntarily?
I was like, just Nancy. No, I from the start, I'm like, I don't have to slap you for real. And you said no, give it to me. So I slapped you. I don't know how many times, 10 times, and I slapped you every time.
You sold
It
it.
was
You
great.
sold
I mean, that's one of my favorite scenes.
it.
So
Definitely caught me by
we
surprise.
really committed to that one.
Yeah,
More
no,
than one.
that was one of my favorite scenes in the film, and you guys absolutely killed it. Well, I love the slow burn and build up between Caroline and Simon because they're enemies to friends, then to lovers, and that's a really unique kind of thing that we get in the novel and also in the film here. So I'm curious, Amadeus, what was your first impression of Kelly when you met her, and what did the two of you do to build chemistry in, I guess, in Spain prior to filming? Because I know you shot in Spain first.
Yeah, well, as you know, we were in Spain first, and that was definitely a challenge. I think we were both nervous going into that
Yeah.
immediate
There's just
intimacy.
high stakes going into scenes like
Yeah,
that first, because you just
yeah,
want it to be, you want the chemistry to be
yeah.
there.
That's the Tosca.
Yes, my first impression of you was you were quieter than I thought you'd be. You were just a little more introverted.
That
Just
lends itself to Simon's
it
character,
does. It was weirdly helpful for sure. And I think there was like a bit of a shell I had to break through
which
to get to you.
interestingly, as Caroline, who you were,
Yeah.
you parallel, you were outgoing and a little more bubbly and
Yeah,
willing to
so many parallels.
joke and kind of poke me and get me in.
There were plenty of times I was just trying to crack through that shell with jokes and just trying to make them laugh. And I think we succeeded,
Yeah.
especially by, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, absolutely. And Kelly, I'm honestly just curious for you. Are you a big romance novel reader? Do you have any particular favorite romance novels or films of your own?
I I really haven't read a lot of romance novels. I had a friend recommend a book to me, and I started reading it actually shortly before this. The Spanish Love Deception,
Ooh,
I believe
okay.
the name of it. I haven't finished the whole thing. When I read like nonfiction, so it's kind of like far from the genre that I normally read. But I do love a rom-com, film.
Yeah.
How many times am I going to say this today? I love 10 Things I Hate About You, 13 Going on 30, The Proposal. Those are all such top tier movies for me. So to be
Yeah.
able to do one is pretty amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially this one is actually a romantic comedy and it's very funny and you guys are very, very funny together in it. Amadeus, what scene are you super excited for fans of the novel to finally see come to life on screen?
you said it. That got me really excited that you appreciated the slapping scene. I think you agreed that
Definitely. I
that's
think we agree
that's
that's our
our
favorite.
favorite too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
and
my
that's when
God.
Cosmic finger dance, we
yeah,
call it.
that's when they come together.
Yeah.
Really,
The
excited for that.
tension is broken finally. And
Yeah,
it's like we've been waiting for that moment. I
Yeah.
can't wait to see everyone's reaction to that.
and just
Oh my God, yes.
really laugh. I'm looking forward to being caught off guard
I
tonight.
think there's going to be a lot of like hooting and hollering on those, close up ab shots. I'm sure there's going to be people going crazy in the crowd.
And you
So,
live.
Oh
yeah,
my God.
be
Yes.
great, but I'm sure so many
Fans
good
are
moments.
definitely going to be going crazy. Absolutely. Well, last question for you, Kelly. I told you last night I was a huge fan of Heels. I spoke with your co-star Alexander Ludwig for season 2, and Ace and Crystal were truly my favorite characters of that
Oh,
series. And they're one of my favorite TV ships. And I'm hoping that you guys can continue on at another network. I know Steven, when I spoke with him a few weeks ago, he said that, they're trying to maybe shop it around. What do you personally hope, if you can pick up, what would your personal hopes be for Crystal and Ace?
I think we saw the story stray away a little bit from Crystal and Ace in season 2 and find themselves on their own journeys, which I think is really necessary for their relationship because there is like a bit of toxicity to them that they need to work through professionally and romantically, which is always weird when you intertwine those two things. But we see those glimmers in season 2, like when they speak. I think there's like still that spark between them, and they still have like a love and appreciation for each other. And I still think there's something there. I don't know if there was a season 3 and we were able to continue the show. I don't entirely know what the plan would be for those characters, but I think the two of them coming back together is something that has been talked about. I think them writing success of their careers together, and last we saw season 2, there's some opportunities happening for the dome and for these characters. So I think it could maybe rekindle something, which is interesting because we've got this bobby pin relationship happening. So it's like, where does it all fall? What are Crystal's real intentions? What does she really want? And is she going to be drawn back to him? It'd be really interesting to see.
Yeah, well, they're endgame for me. So I'm hoping that they're going to be, at some point in my mind, they're endgame, and it's going to be like the story's going to come full circle. But congratulations again to the two of you. It was so much fun to chat with you. I'll be doing the Q&A with you and the rest of the cast after the premiere tonight. And I'm so excited for all of the Passionistas here at PassionCon to see Wallbanger. You guys did an absolutely incredible job coming from a fan of the book and a fan of you both. So thank you so much for your time today. And I look forward to seeing you later and having a drink in Puerto Rico.
Thank you so much. Can't wait to see you later.
Thank you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Hello.
Hi. You're just down the hall probably from me.
I know. I know. Fancy seeing you here.
Yes. Hi, Tosca. So nice to see you. I'm having the best time at PassionCon, obviously. And congratulations to you on this film. I read the book and the film is exact. I'm literally so excited for the fans to see it tonight and see their reaction. So congratulations to you on another masterpiece.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Of course. I thought Kelli and Amadeus were incredible. They were the perfect Caroline and Simon. So talk about finding them and casting them, and did the two of them do a chemistry read? How did you know that they were going to be our Caroline and Simon? Because they were perfect.
Well, thank you. I agree, actually, fortunately. So Amadeus actually had auditioned for us about a year before when we were making Secret Life of Amy Benson. He auditioned for Liam Stone. And I really loved him. He wasn't right for Liam because he's just a little sort of Matthew McConaughey kind of feel to me. You know what I mean? He's a little bit, funny, more of a comedy for me. And so when I met him and I during that time, I had a Zoom with him and I got to know him. And I was like, you're fantastic. You're not right for this role, but I want something for you. And then as soon as Wallbanger came up, we were like, that guy that we spoke to last year, he was great. And so we reached out to Amadeus and he said yes, which was fantastic. He read it and he was perfect for it. And Kelli was somebody who I had admired for quite a while. She actually worked with some friends of mine on Heels and only heard positive things. And it's a big reach for us because she's a significantly bigger name than a lot of the other names that or people that we've cast in the past. And so it was like reaching a little higher, which was exciting for us, and reached out and she said yes immediately. So it was really fantastic that both actors that we wanted said yes immediately. And then we actually met, I think we all just met before going to Spain. I don't know if they met beforehand. Oh, actually, no, they did. That's not true. I'm going to say, I was like, no, I'm pretty sure they did meet. Because I had said to Kelli that when we cast our Simon, when I bring on Simon, I want her to meet him because it's really important for Kelli, for Caroline to love Simon, and obviously for Simon to love Caroline. But it was, so I set up the Zoom, the two of them got together and spoke, and then Amadeus sent me a message afterwards and I said, I think it went well. And Kelly's like, yes. I was like, okay, awesome. You guys are gonna like each other. And so that's how they met.
Amazing. Yeah. And I was a huge fan of Kelly and Heels as well. And I was bummed when it didn't get renewed for season 3. I know that they're still working on it. And then I saw she was cast for Wallbanger and I screamed. So yeah, she's perfect for this. And I'm so happy she's part of the Passionflix family now. Well, another thing I love about your films is that you always really try to shoot on location. You guys shot in Spain. And I think it was at the beginning of the shoot when you were over there. And I know a lot of the more intimate scenes and the closeness of Simon and Caroline that happens, later in the book when they go to Spain. So talk about the process of filming in Spain and what your favorite memories were of being in that amazing location.
Yeah, well, it was amazing. I mean, there's nothing like going to Spain at the beginning of the trip. Let's get to know each other by traveling to Europe and living together for a week.
That's just going to break all the ice.
Exactly. It was really fantastic because we traveled together and we got there and lived together in this hotel, had our meals together, breakfast and snacks, walked around town together, went shopping together, dinners together. And so that really helped us sort of all become friends. And so that made a big difference. And it was actually funny because of course, this is the more intimate part here. They love each other. And it's like, we're going on vacation together as two people who have never met before in person and who now love each other in Spain. And so what I told them to do is to hug. So every morning, every time we started the day, I was like, hey guys, we're not close enough. And so we're just going to give each other a hug. We're all just going to hug. And so it just became our thing. It's like we start the day with a hug. And so every day we would get together and everybody would give a nice hug. And then we're like, all right, we've broken that. Because some people, everybody, they have a little, personal space barrier, as we all do. And if you're supposed to be in love, how are you going to break that immediately? I mean, obviously safely, but you want to break that immediately by being like, I'm just going to give you a hug right now. And so that's what we did. We started the day with a hug every day.
Tosca, this is why you're the best. And because you would just make everyone feel so comfortable. I love that. Tosca, this was always such a pleasure to chat with you. I'll be seeing you later tonight. And I'm so excited for fans and audiences to see Wallbanger, also just to see the amazing chemistry with Kelly and Amadeus. You do an incredible job like you always do. And congratulations once again.
Thank you so much, Lauren. We'll see you soon.
I'll see you in a bit. Bye. Hi, Cathy. Yes, I'm Lauren with DCFilmGirl.com. I'm actually at PassionCon right now, just in another hotel room we're at. So I will be seeing you later tonight and doing the Q&A with you guys after the premiere.
Oh, great. Oh, amazing. Okay, wonderful. Well, it's great to see you. You look beach chic.
I know. I mean, well, I have a dress on, but it was like, yeah, I'd have like my little beachy like sweater on. Yes, you look absolutely gorgeous, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Oh, the glamping.
Congratulations on this film. I loved it, and I'm so excited for audiences to see it tonight. I read the novel, and one of my favorite things about the novel is Caroline's, friendship with her girlfriends. And of course, you play Mimi. And I was curious what you actually did with Kelly and Abby to kind of develop the chemistry between your friendship, prior to filming, because it seemed like you guys had a blast making this movie.
We really did. I don't think that we like worked that hard, honestly, to like develop the friendship because, there's parts of our like natural personalities that, is representative of our characters. And so we pretty immediately like kind of got along. I think, I don't know, maybe they didn't, but like I loved them immediately. And like I think when you're on set and you're in these crazy situations, filming like in a jacuzzi for 6 hours, it's like it's quite easy to just kind of get silly and like play games with each other and kind of, fall in love with these people. So it wasn't hard work.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, it's so funny you bring up the hot tub scene because that's one of my favorite scenes in the book and the movie. And I was wondering how long that shoot was because the hot tub, like the setting looked incredible. So take me back to set that day. How long did you guys shoot? And was that like an all day, all night type thing?
Ooh, that day was well, actually, that was a difficult day on set just for like, the crew, first of all, outside, it was very cold. So like it was actually the entire time that we were in this jacuzzi. I got so bad. But also, like, when you're in a jacuzzi for a while, it gets kind of warm. We got a little loose. I think, for the six of us, we were in there for, like 6 hours, not all at once, of course. Like, like we were taking breaks, and then and like the crew brought us like ice cold grapes at one point because we were all getting too red for camera.
Oh, wow. I see. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But Kelly and Amadeus, such troopers. They were in there for way longer afterwards to get all of those beautiful shots. And I mean, like, I think it's very difficult to film with a hot tub, like sound, lighting. They were working overtime that night on, like, making sure that it could be the scene that we have read in the book and love so much and bring it to life. So, like, props, very, very big props to everyone for that day.
I love it. I'm really excited for fans to see that scene tonight at the premiere. Well, I know you're new to the Passionflix family. I've been a fan of Passionflix for so long. What was your favorite thing about becoming, an actress now within the Passionflix community and family, and also working with Tosca?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot. I think like what initially drew me to the film is that I think that there is a lot of shame around like the romance genre in some ways, and like also specifically with Wallbanger's material about intimacy and women's pleasure. And
Mhm.
like I was very excited to find out that this company was run by a woman who cared about bringing the community together and celebrating that. And like also that she wanted to move into romantic comedy because, there is also a lot of humor in that aspect of our relationships. And like, I don't know, I thought it was really special watching Tosca, care every moment about like the fans are going to want to see this. I think that's maybe one of the things that she said the most because like
Mhm.
when she's making these projects, when everyone on this team is working, they're thinking about bringing to life an original piece of art and like staying true to that and making sure that they make it for this community. And like I think is a lot of ego in our industry, and Tosca in some ways is like really combating that by just keeping the community in mind. And also, she's just wearing like 50 million hats at once. Like watching her direct, be a producer, also just constantly talking to the writer and like writing herself. Like she's doing it all.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
Yes.
great to watch her.
Yes, props to Tosca as always. Yeah, she's absolutely incredible. Well, last question for you. I have to ask about And Just Like That. I'm a huge Sex and the City universe fan. I'm honestly just curious, after working so closely with Kristen and Sarah and Cynthia and just being a part of that universe, that iconic universe that I grew up watching, what's something that you learned from them as actors that you might apply for the rest of your career as an actor?
Yeah. It is pretty amazing. I didn't know that I wanted to be an actor. I didn't grow up in the industry. And so watching women who are
Yeah.
so well seasoned, also wearing multiple hats. They're producing, Cynthia's directing at times, like, and also, they live very full lives, very full personal lives. Like I think seeing them take command of a set is something that like it's a masterclass to watch. And like they understand there's so much about cinema that they can teach you. And their like treatment of the crew and everything that the crew is doing to create this picture that like, sometimes as an audience viewer, I take for granted. Like
Yeah.
there's so much work and they appreciate it from everyone on the team. And like they know
Mhm.
how to help them. They know how to collaborate on this story together. And so I hope that I can like have that knowledge build in me and always bring their kind of lovely energy to set.
Yeah.
And we tried here. I don't know what Tosca felt, but like I definitely think that Kelly, Abby, and I like we loved being on this set and just hanging out with everyone, including the crew.
Absolutely. No, I think it's definitely comparable. And it's really cool to hear you talk about, it being a master class with watching women, these types of women's wearing many different hats work. I love that answer. Well, Cathy, congratulations to you again. I'll be seeing you later tonight at the premiere and after party and everything. So have the most wonderful rest of your press day and let's just enjoy Puerto Rico and get a drink later.
Yeah, yeah. I will see you very
I'll be down for it. All right,
soon.
Cathy. Bye.
Bye.